The lucky ones among us know exactly what they want to do with their lives, but for most, it's a longer road with many twists and turns.
207's Beth McAvoy has the story of one Mainer who never thought his path would lead to the stage. Hey, Beth.
Rob and Sammy, Matt Delamater grew up in Oxford, went to college in Standish. He's a Mainer through and through. He's also no stranger to bars. Matt helps run Oxbow Brewing Company, but playing a bar fly in a new movie starring Ben Affleck has been the highlight of his budding acting career.
Okay, 2 rules. I'm never gonna let you win. And I'm gonna always tell you the truth. Your father is deadbeat.
The Tender Bar is a coming-of-age story about a boy without a father looking for role models at his uncle's bar.
I'll take care of you. Teach you the male sciences. I saw you in the yard playing sports. You're not very good.
The film is based on the best-selling memoir by J.R. Moehringer.
This is such an incredible story, and it's true.
And was directed by George Clooney.
It was an absolute trip.
So how did a guy from Maine end up acting alongside some of Hollywood's biggest stars? In his mid-20s, Matt Delamater was working in finance when he noticed something was missing.
Well, I was married. I loved I had a great, partnership and life in that regard, but I just found myself kind of lacking in that sort of personal passion area.
It was a high school mentor named Sally Jones who helped her former student find his voice.
And I said, Sally, what's the deal with theater? Like, what's going on? Like, is there like, can I help out? Can I be like backstage or something like that? And she's like, well, we have auditions. I think it was like Tuesday for a local production of The Music Man. And I was like, well, no, I'll just help out. I just want to come help out. She's like, no. We need guys. We need guys. Come audition. And so I was like, it's a musical. She's like, just do it. Just come. We'll work it out.
He landed a few small parts in the community theater production, his first ever acting gig.
I fell madly in love with it. The wonderful thing about community theater is that, you can be doing this incredible, powerful scene with, like your dentist. You know what I mean? And you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know my dentist was so darn amazing.
Over the next decade, Matt would star in dozens of plays, including some at the Public Theater in Lewiston, where he was schooled in the art of acting.
I was really kind of forced to use every opportunity that I got, either in the audition room or in a play or in a rehearsal room or on stage, as my school.
You have to take it out of my typewriter!
My director, really, I treated them like my professor or like my teacher in that regard. And I liked that process. I really did. I liked learning.
He landed a few commercials and worked as an extra on big budget movies that were being filmed in Massachusetts. The money didn't pay the rent, but the experience was invaluable.
Maybe you got to be on camera or whatever, but I didn't really care about that process so much. I just kind of wanted to be in the room and see that kind of daily experience of making a film.
So what do you think, Andrew? You think I should buy? Or is the market still softening?
Not wanting to stray too far from his commitments at home, in 2015, Matt landed his first supporting role in another movie filmed in Massachusetts called Tumbledown, starring Jason Sudeikis.
Seeing these people that are so talented and so gifted and have done so many amazing things, and yet they're just real humans and that are working really hard and running their lines and willing to run lines with you and talk about the process. And so again, it just that sort of demystification of like, okay, I can do this work. It's very similar. It's the same to theater, but a different approach.
In life, you gotta have it. If you don't have it, you never get it.
The Tender Bar takes place on Long Island in New York, but was filmed in Massachusetts in the beginning of 2021.
It was COVID. The toughest part of it was I couldn't come home. So it was once you kind of went to set and it was only a few hours away in Concord, Mass, where we were staying, and outside of there in Devens where we were shooting. But it was like 2 months.
Matt found the Hollywood stars to be down to earth.
George Clooney, Ben Affleck, these are the biggest stars in the game. They are kind, caring, compassionate human beings.
One more thing, very important. Never hit a woman, even if she stabs you with scissors.
They're the perfect example of you don't have to be a jerk to be successful in this world.
His character, Joey D, is one of 3 men who are bar regulars and close friends of Ben Affleck's character.
They might be these kind of wacky kind of band of merry men, but they like genuinely would, you know, go to battle for this kid, and they want him to be successful. They're kind of living through him in many respects, and I really liked that, and I've been lucky enough to have people like that in my life, and so I feel like I could identify with that.
Matt is still buzzing about the experience,
It just was a trip every day. It was like, this is insane.
grateful for the support he's felt.
You know, you can't go after dreams and passions without like a lot of people around you that are helping you do it.
And Matt told me no matter what happens next, he's staying in Maine. He's also really passionate about supporting the acting community right here, which is why he's currently the president of a nonprofit working to restore the Norway Opera House. And as far as future roles, he really hopes that big budget films keep coming to New England.
Good stuff. Thank you, Beth.
You're welcome.